Now this photo is pretty dark, but I shot it like that intentionally to preserve the detail in these brighter parts of the photo in the background, knowing that in post, since I shot it in RAW, I could recover those shadow details fairly easily. But before I get too far ahead of myself, we do need to crop this photo down to 4:3, and then I'll grab one of my presets to use as a base, and I think I'll go with LO1 for this one. From there, I think I'll start with a subject mask, so we can select her and then just lift up her exposure and shadows a little bit so she's more visible in this frame. Things are feeling a bit too muted, so next I'll head into our color section and grab our vibrant slider and just increase it a good amount. I think while in the color section as well, I'll push our tint a little bit more towards the magenta side and cool our temperature down just a little bit. I think next I want to accentuate the light coming into the photo from behind her, so I'll create a radial mask coming from the top right hand side, subtract her from it so it's behind her, and then just decrease the dehaze a little bit on that radial mask to give it more of a sunlight look. Maybe up the exposure just slightly as well. Next, I think I'll head down to our effects section to lower our clarity a good amount to bloom out our highlights. Now, our leaves in the background are a little bit too yellow tinted for my liking, so in the color mixer, I think I'll grab our yellows and just push their hue a little bit more towards the green side and maybe lower their saturation just a hair. Moving back up to our light section, I think I'll lift up our highlights a good amount, and then back in that subject mask we created for her, just lift up her whites a little bit. Now we have lost a good amount of detail in the brighter part of the water back here where the sun is hitting it, so I'm just gonna fix that with a linear gradient coming up from the bottom that I'll subtract her from so it's behind her, and then just lower the highlights and increase the dehaze, and that should bring back a little bit of that detail in the brighter parts of the water there. And I think that'll do it for this one. So here's our before and our after.